Now, from Nebraska's trusted news source, this is Channel 8 News at 4:30.
Now at 4:30, mixed messages. The new statements from President Trump regarding the war in Iran and why it's dimming hopes for a possible peace deal. Then regionals return, where Husker baseball stands in the NCAA tournament as they prepare for a big game on Friday. And honoring heroes, how communities all over Nebraska are celebrating Memorial Day and remembering those who made the ultimate sacrifice. But first tonight, a look at our hot holiday forecast. Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining us on this Memorial Day. I'm Mackenzie Johnson. People all over the state honoring our fallen soldiers on this day, and the sun's shining enough for people to go to all the outdoor ceremonies. But let's find out what the evening could have in store for us. Here's Chief Meteorologist Rusty Dawkins. Rusty?
Scattered showers and just a little line of some thunderstorms here from central into southwestern parts of Nebraska into the Panhandle. Even a little spot storm right there. But we'll zoom into this one right here because that's the big one, trying to move towards Wyoming. I checked. It's not actually a town. It's just kind of a spot in the road. But this is trying to head towards O'Neill, Holt County, and it's trying to move. It's in the very southern edge of Rock County here. But it's not severe, but it's close. And a lot of heavy rain out there going on too. Honda of Lincoln Cam though, tons of sunshine in the capital city as the wind is really blowing around at 27th and Yankee Hill Road. We're at 89 degrees. That's our high for the day. South wind at 18 miles per hour, gusting to 31 miles per hour. So a lot of wind gusts out there, anywhere from 25 to 35 miles per hour. And those temperatures are well into the 90s in Grand Island, 94 degrees also in Broken Bow, North Platte at 92. We're at 89 in Lincoln, 85. A little cooler in Nebraska City, but some 90s just off to the west. The temperature has us dropping into the 70s and eventually the 60s by early tomorrow morning. We'll take a closer look at those storms in a few minutes.
All right, sounds good. Thank you, Rusty. Let's take a live look now at the streets here in Lincoln. I'm sure everybody's got a lot of Memorial Day plans out there, and we're taking a live view now at Northwest 12th and West Adams Street. Looks like some people are out and about on the roads, but maybe you'll have a little bit better luck if you're heading home from work. If you have to work on this holiday, maybe you won't have as much traffic to deal with. Right now, people in Lincoln taking the day to remember service members who made the ultimate sacrifice.
Good afternoon. I'm in Menorwood. I'm here at Wyuka Cemetery, where they just wrapped up the Memorial Day ceremony in honor of fallen soldiers for the holiday today. Coming up tonight at 5 and 6 o'clock, I got the chance to speak with two veterans here, and I asked them what today means to them, what these services really do to support those that served in the armed forces and those that paid the ultimate sacrifice. They also got to present the flags and the wreaths for fallen soldiers, and we got to see all of what that means for the state of Nebraska.
All right, over in Crete, communities also gathering to pay tribute. A Memorial Day service held at Riverside Cemetery. People placing flowers on the graves of service members as a sign of respect. Governor Jim Pillen reminding everyone of the freedom that we enjoy today. He says it's thanks to the soldiers who died in combat.
Is the only way that these liberties happen is because of our veterans and folks that have paid the ultimate sacrifice from the beginning of the time.
Over in Omaha, Epley Airfield displaying red, white, and blue lights today as a tribute to those who have fallen. Well, we want to see how you and your family are celebrating Memorial Day. If you'd like to share it with us, all you have to do is scan the QR code there on your screen and download our Now Local News app. And then you can capture a moment from what you're doing to honor the service members today and send it in to us. And just like this, what Melanie sent us with this video. Well, new at 4:30, a record number of people making their way home from their holiday destinations. As ABC's Rena Roy reports, you might want to get yourself some extra time at the airports and on the roads.
Millions of Americans hitting the skies this holiday weekend. The TSA expecting to screen more than 18 million people between this past Thursday and this Wednesday. Security lines expected to be long, and travelers are shelling out more cash for their plane tickets this year.
We're definitely hearing from more travelers that it is a pricier, not just Memorial Day weekend, but looking ahead to summer. And even according to some of our going data, we're starting to see a slight pullback.
Gas prices also putting a dent in American Americans' wallets. This is the most expensive Memorial Day to fill up in 4 years. According to Gas Buddy, drivers in at least 14 states are facing record gas prices for Memorial Day.
But maybe they're shortening their trips. Maybe that road trip is cut in half. Maybe it's cutting it down by a day.
Still, AAA says more than 39 million people were expected to hit the road over the holiday weekend.
Now, if you are driving today, experts say your best bet to avoid heavy traffic is to leave later tonight when things die down a bit. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
Now to new details in the Ebola outbreak growing in Africa. More than 900 cases have now been reported in the Democratic Republic of the Congo, with more than 115 deaths. Meanwhile, U.S. officials are widening their screening of travelers who have been in those affected countries within the last 3 weeks. Enhanced screening will now be added at Hartsfield-Jackson Airport in Atlanta and George Bush Intercontinental Airport in Houston. Now to the war in Iran. President Trump says he's in no rush to come to an agreement, making the status of negotiations unclear. ABC's Christian Cordero explains.
On this Memorial Day, while sharing prepared remarks at Arlington National Cemetery, President Trump acknowledged the 13 service members killed in the war with Iran.
These incredible men and women gave their lives to ensure that the world's #1 state sponsor of terror will never have a nuclear weapon. Oh, and they won't. They will never have a nuclear weapon.
The president today is also now calling on several Middle Eastern countries, including Iran, if they sign a peace deal, to join the Abraham Accords, an agreement signed during Trump's first term, which led to normalized relations between Israel and some Arab countries. As for ending the war, it's unclear where negotiations stand. President Trump over the weekend suggested a new truce was largely negotiated. Then the president tempered expectations by saying he's in no rush to reach a deal. The main sticking points: reopening the Strait of Hormuz and the future of Iran's nuclear capabilities. A spokesperson for Iran's foreign ministry agreed several issues have been dealt with, without specifying which ones. The spokesperson criticized U.S. negotiators for what it calls frequent changes in position.
I think that's partly because Iran is going to try to do whatever it can do to save face in the midst of this. And ultimately, the United States is trying to message clearly, but also is going to keep its cards close to the chest.
A senior administration official tells ABC News the interim deal includes reopening the critical strait, ending the U.S. blockade there, and a commitment from Iran to negotiate the removal of their highly enriched uranium stockpile. But Iranian state media denies the deal includes any nuclear commitments, and an advisor for its supreme leader says managing the strait is their right. Christian Cordero, ABC News, Washington.
Hey there, Meg West here. AAA sharing this morning that the average price for a gallon of gas in Nebraska is currently at $4.29. Here in the capital city, the average is a bit higher at $4.35 a gallon. Both averages are down just a few cents from the start of Memorial Day weekend. Prices dipping after President Trump announced the U.S. and Iran are making progress on a deal to end the war and open the Strait of Hormuz. Secretary of State Marco Rubio is in India now discussing trade deals that could bring other prices down. He says the proposed deal is getting support from other countries in the Middle East.
Well, stick with us. We have plenty more coming up for you after the break, including Ready, Set, Play. A brand new playground is now open at Star City Shores. Find out what's different at this new location than the other playgrounds in the city. And new at 5, a presidential parade. We'll take a closer look at how the president is leading the remembrance of fallen U.S. troops in our country. That's coming up new at 5. Stick with us. Well, the College World Series is nearly here and the Huskers' path becoming more clear today. Nebraska landing as the number 13 overall team in this year's NCAA tournament, and we're hearing from the Big Red today. For the latest, let's check in with Sports Director Nate Johnson. Nate.
Hey, thank you, Mackenzie. Yeah, big day for Nebraska baseball. The Huskers officially finding out their seed and bracket for the Lincoln Regional, and we got to hear from the team as well. Nebraska comes in as the number 13 overall seed for the NCAA tournament and will host a regional for the first time since 2008. This is the 4th regional appearance under head coach Will Bolt and the 20th overall for the Huskers. Nebraska will face off against South Dakota State on Friday at 3 p.m. The other side of the field will be Arizona State and Ole Miss. Bolt spoke on hosting Husker Nation and the expectations for the team.
The host a regional part, yeah, that gives you the best chance to get to Omaha. It's also the best way to showcase your program, you know, and to showcase what you have, the ballpark that we have, the fan base that we have. I mean, it's going to open a lot of eyes nationally that maybe just don't quite know, you know, what we have here. It's going to be a fun weekend of baseball. I mean, if you're a college baseball fan, there's some really good teams in our regional, and you know, I'm excited to get them here and host them. My opening press conference talked about hosting a regional, you know, and, you know, so the standards have been high. So to kind of see that come to fruition is pretty awesome. But it's also not the final goal either. It's just a goal.
Well, the Huskers can check that goal off the list, and that being no minor feat either. We'll have more from the baseball team coming your way in the Sports Zone, and we'll be talking Nebraska's softball after hearing from the team today as well. Until then, Mackenzie, send things back over to you.
Definitely some exciting stuff. Thank you, Nate. New tonight, Lincoln Parks and Rec unveiling their newly renovated playground. Take a look here. Star City Shores has this new playground now, and it's officially open for fun. They say the colorful new area is designed for big adventures, and it's fun for kids of all ability levels. They have a new multi-user slide, climbing towers, sensory music play, and an enclosed spinner. One of the Lincoln Parks and Recreation's employees getting to test out the new park with some kids to make sure it's fun enough.
Okay, kids, thank you so much for coming to the playground today. I just have a few questions to ask. How do you feel about the slide? Stella?
It's big, and I like how big it is because lots of people can fit on it.
Excellent slideability.
That looks like a pretty fun time. Now again, that park is open if you want to take your kids out to test it themselves. And let's see what the weather's going to be like if you want to take the family out tonight. Here's Rusty Dawkins.
Depends on where you're at. We do have one isolated strong cell, and it's along this frontal boundary. You can really see where it's at. A few scattered showers over here towards Chadron too. Really, the western half of the state, whatever precipitation they can get is more than welcome. There's quite a few lightning strikes associated with this one, just in the southern half of Rock County, moving into Holt County towards Chambers, O'Neill, and eventually Coleman. This hasn't been severe, but it's close. Some heavy rain, lots of lightning, maybe some small hail. Then just kind of some spot showers, every now and then a lightning strike here and there, which we don't really need. As dry as it is, we do not need some random lightning. And then one little isolated cell looks like it's starting to die off as it heads towards Interstate 80 between Kearney and Lexington. But zooming all the way out, the eastern half of the state, very quiet, not much going on from Omaha to Grand Island and really over to North Platte. But some scattered showers and an occasional rumble of thunder for the western half of the state. Looking at 48th and Cornhusker Highway, not a whole lot going on, some traffic, nothing compared to what it usually looks like this time of day in this neck of the woods. But ABC Seamless Cam is, well, it's Memorial Day. What are you going to do? Right around 8 inches of precipitation so far this year. We should be closer to 10. So we're almost 2 inches below average. We kind of caught up there a little while ago, but haven't seen a whole lot of rain since then. We'll see if we can make up for lost time over the next several days. 24-hour temperatures, we were in the middle 80s yesterday, dropped to around the middle 60s this morning, and now we're really close to 90. Haven't quite got there yet. We're at 89 degrees. And temperature-wise, I think we'll fall through the 80s, back into the 70s just after sunset. Still very warm, 78 degrees by 10 p.m. and into the 60s as we head past midnight into early tomorrow morning. Lots of rain here over in the deep south over there towards D.C. and New York, and then the upper elevations from Billings to Denver to El Paso. And then here we are with see those lightning bolts right there? It's just kind of cool. So let's zoom in into our state and show you that there's just those isolated storms there, one there, and then the western half of the state. So what's going to happen tonight? Those showers and thunderstorms continue along this boundary layer. 1 or 2 strong storms, a possibility, won't be widespread. And then after midnight, everything just kind of dies off. And as we head through the day tomorrow, partly cloudy skies, temperatures once again very mild. You're looking at the middle and upper 80s, maybe touching 90 briefly before cooling back into the 70s by tomorrow night. So precipitation's out there. It's just not everybody is seeing it.
All right, thank you, Rusty. Let's get another quick look at the roads here in Lincoln. This is 48th Street and Pioneers Boulevard. Honestly, I'm not seeing really anyone. There we go. A few cars waiting at the stoplight, but not too much traffic going on out there tonight. We have some new details now on a large weekend fire at an East Lincoln home. Lincoln Fire and Rescue tells us there's about $90,000 worth of damage to this garage here near 76th and O Streets. The blaze breaking out yesterday afternoon because of an electrical accident. Officials say it started from a heat lamp in a duck enclosure. The blaze consuming the garage, but LFR says firefighters were able to contain it quickly and stop it from spreading any further. The family, though, has to be relocated. Time now for a look at what's trending on our website, KLKNTV.com. Here's Channel 8's Mark Fisher.
How's it going, everybody? I'm Mark Fisher, and we're back with another segment of what's trending on KLKNTV.com. First up, a man was killed in a single vehicle crash in South Lincoln on Friday morning. Just after 7 a.m., several first responders were sent to the area of Speedway Circle and Park Boulevard, just off of Van Dorn Street. According to the Lincoln Police Department, the vehicle hit a cement barrier and flipped over. Lincoln Fire and Rescue said there was also damage to a power line. Authorities said CPR was initially started on the driver, a 56-year-old Lincoln man, but he was pronounced dead at the scene. Also getting clicks, the city of Lincoln is inviting community members to 3 Memorial Day events on Monday. Wyuka Cemetery and the Lincoln Memorial Park each hosted an event in the morning featuring guest speakers, wreath casting, and invocation and benediction. Tonight, the Veterans Memorial Garden will read the names of Lancaster County veterans who have died in the past year. That event will take place at 8 p.m. You can read about these stories and much more on our website at klkntv.com, but for now, we'll be back right here tomorrow with more trending stories.
All right, coming up after the break, driving danger. Why parents might want to have a conversation with their teenagers before getting behind the wheel this summer, as experts warn driving could end up deadly. Stick with us. And then new at 5, the search for a victim of vandalism. What police in Schuyler are asking families in the community to do after catching a group of kids red-handed. Right now, it's the start of what's called the 100 deadliest days of summer. It's a time that stretches from Memorial Day through Labor Day, when the number of fatal car crashes significantly spikes for teen drivers. Mandy Gaither has the details on how parents can help teens stay safe on the road.
It's never easy turning over the car keys to your child, but this time of year can be especially concerning as the next 100 days are considered the deadliest for teen drivers.
That's when teens drive more, they have more free time, and they're often driving in higher risk conditions.
Jonathan Asani with Johns Hopkins Bloomberg School of Public Health says any new driver, regardless of age, is more prone to car crashes, but inexperience is just a part of what makes driving riskier for teens.
Because their brains are still developing and they have more difficulty calibrating risk, frankly.
Teens between the ages of 16 and 19 have a fatal crash rate almost 3 times higher than drivers ages 20 and older per mile driven. While car crashes are a top cause of death among teens year-round, they tend to spike in summer, rising by 30% between Memorial Day and Labor Day. Not using a seatbelt, distracted driving, speeding, substance use, and having teenage or young adult passengers in the car are all factors that also raise a teen's driving risk.
In addition, driving late at night, particularly between 9 p.m. and midnight, is associated with an elevated crash risk.
To reduce risk, parents can monitor their teens' driving, set clear rules and expectations, like always wearing a seatbelt, not using the phone, and not driving with other young people in the car. Choosing a vehicle with safety features is also important.
Crashes are predictable, they're painful, but they're preventable.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Well, a hot start to our work week. Will it stay this warm? Let's ask Rusty.
Yes and no. I mean, it is going to be, well, it's end of May, June's right around the corner, so it'll remain mild, just not this mild. Tomorrow will look a lot like this, though. 89 right now in Lincoln, 94 in Grand Island and Broken Bow. A lot of 90s out there, Holdridge too. Tonight, temperatures dropping back into the 50s and 60s. Highs tomorrow, once again, middle and upper 80s. I think we'll see some 90s too. Norfolk, O'Neill, Valentine, Chadron, all likely getting to 90 degrees. Bit of a breeze out there. Okay, it's windy, not a bit of a breeze. Mostly sunny skies, though. Deep blue sky with the flag flying around. That's kind of a cool looking shot. Storms tonight, though, through 10 p.m. still lingering in this area right here, but by the time we get past sunset and beyond, it really fizzles out as we head through the overnight into early tomorrow morning. We'll be left with partly cloudy skies. No real precipitation chances tomorrow, just partly cloudy skies and on the warm side. So one more really warm day.
All right, thank you so much, Rusty. Now let's get a final live look at the roads here in Lincoln. This is 27th Street, Nebraska Parkway. Looks maybe a little bit busy over there, but for the most part, looks like everything's moving pretty smoothly. Just waiting at the stoplight there as they're all making their way along for this Memorial Day. And before we close out, here's a look at a road closure that's going to start tomorrow. It'll be at North 56th Street from Adams to Cleveland. They're going to close it for utility work, according to LTU. Now, here's a look at that area right here on our Now Local News app. Officials say that street is scheduled to reopen on Wednesday morning. All right, that's going to do it for Channel 8 News here at 4:30. Rod Fowler is coming up next, along with our team of reporters and our citizen journalists. We've got a lot more for Memorial Day coming up at the top of the hour in just a few minutes, so stick with us.
From Nebraska's trusted news source, this is Channel 8 News at 5.
A huge day for Husker baseball as we learn their seeding and first regional matchup. The goal, of course, make it to the College World Series. And Nebraska did it 3 times in the early 2000s. We're talking 2001, 2002, and 2005. Well, 21 years later, the lights will finally be shining on the Huskers again with a path to make it for the possibly 4th time. Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us on this Memorial Day. I'm Rod Fowler. But to make it to the College World Series, first step, win your regionals. And that matchup is set. Let's go to Sports Director Nate Johnson to find out more. Nate.
Hey, thank you, Rod. Yeah, big day for Nebraska baseball. The Huskers officially finding out their seed and bracket for their Lincoln Regional, and we got to hear from the team today as well. Nebraska comes in as the number 13 overall seed for the NCAA tournament and will host a regional for the first time since 2008. This is the 4th regional appearance under head coach Will Bolt and the 20th overall for the Huskers. Nebraska will face off against South Dakota State on Friday at 3 p.m. The other side of the field will be Arizona State and Ole Miss. Bolt spoke today on hosting Husker Nation and the expectations for the team.
The host a regional part, yeah, that gives you the best chance to get to Omaha. It's also the best way to showcase your program, you know, and to showcase what you have, the ballpark that we have, the fan base that we have. I mean, it's going to open a lot of eyes nationally that maybe just don't quite know, you know, what we have here. It's going to be a fun weekend of baseball. I mean, if you're a college baseball fan, there's some really good teams in our regional, and you know, I'm excited to get them here and host them. My opening press conference talked about hosting a regional, you know, and, you know, so the standards have been high. So to kind of see that come to fruition is pretty awesome. But it's also not the final goal either. It's just a goal.
The Huskers can check that goal off the list, and that be no minor feat either. We'll have more on the baseball team coming your way in the Sports Zone, and we'll be talking Nebraska softball after hearing from the team today as well. Until then, Rod, we'll go ahead and send things back over to you.
All right, thank you, Nate. And if you're hitting the road to get to the College World Series, take us with you on the Now Local News app. We want to see what you're seeing, and we'll pay you for your footage. Scan the QR code on your screen to download the Now Local News app for free. You can also keep up with the action on the app, where our team will be posting real-time updates of the games. Well, breaking now, we are following a pair of crashes, both happening not too long ago.
2-car accident.
Citizen journalist Kevin providing us with the scene of the first crash on our Now Local News app. This happening near 13th and K Streets, 2 cars with front end damage. We're working to find out if there were any injuries right now. We'll keep you posted as we learn more. The other crash near 70th and South happening about an hour ago. You're going to see here a car flipped on its top in a residential street there. We're working on getting information on if anyone was hurt and what caused the crash. We'll let you know as soon as we learn more from police. We have new details on a large weekend fire at an East Lincoln home. Lincoln Fire and Rescue tells us there's about $90,000 worth of damage to this garage near 76th and O. The blaze breaking out yesterday afternoon. Officials say it started from a heat lamp and a duct enclosure inside the garage. Firefighters were able to keep it from spreading, but the family did have to be relocated. Let's get a look at your first forecast now on this Memorial Day. Campsites are clearing out after the weekend full of outdoor activities. This view sent into our Now Local News app by citizen journalist Lorraine. How could you not get outside, right, with all the warm weather we've been having here recently? And that's been continuing into today with some pretty high temperatures. Let's take a live look outside from our tower cam here at the station. It was a hot one today. Lots of sunshine out there and a chance of storms for some of us tonight. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Rusty Dawkins. Rusty?
Yeah, there's a pretty decent isolated cell over by O'Neill headed that way. That's about it, though. Most of the state very, very quiet. But let's zoom into that one isolated cell. It's not severe right now, but it's close. It's trying to take kind of a right turn there towards Chambers as it heads into Holt County. It may go severe eventually with maybe some gusty winds and some small hail, but overall it's just kind of by itself hanging out. So we'll keep an eye on it. Sunset at 8:47 this evening, looking towards the west. That's West Van Dorn right there at the bottom of your screen. 88 degrees through 7 p.m., 81, mostly sunny by 9, and those mostly clear, I guess, by 9 o'clock, and 75 degrees with that south wind at 10 to 25 miles per per hour. 6 in Perkins, Shones Roofing, looking at a little bit of traffic going on, a couple of clouds here and there, otherwise mostly sunny and on the breezy side. There's that isolated storm once again. There's one over there by North Platte as well, and some scattered showers into parts of the Panhandle where they really need the rain. Very warm though, 95 in Broken Bow. That I have to check. I'm not sure if that's a record high. Let me see. Broken Bow, 97 is Broken Bow's record high, so kind of close. 89 right now in the capital city. South wind 10, 20, gusting to around 35 miles per hour. So it is windy out there. The storm chance does taper off as we head through tonight, and most of tomorrow just warm and dry. That forecast in a couple of minutes.
Thank you so much, Rusty. New tonight, the community paying tribute for Memorial Day. That sound ringing throughout Wyuka Cemetery today as the community comes together to pay their respects on Memorial Day. The 2-hour ceremony paying tribute to those who made the ultimate sacrifice for our country, highlighting the real reason for this holiday. Channel 8's Emma Norwood was there and has the story for us.
Rows of American flags waving in the wind on Monday at Wyuka Cemetery as dozens gather to honor fallen soldiers. The Memorial Day ceremony including a rifle volley, Girl Scout troops laying roses on graves, and several guest speakers.
Their courage, sacrifice, and selflessness will never be forgotten, and it means so much to see our community gathered here in remembrance today.
Many different groups getting the chance to lay wreaths in remembrance of each branch in the military. Lincoln Fire and Rescue even ringing a bell, symbolizing those who gave their lives to protect others. The community showing their immense support for our armed forces, and that goes a long way for our veterans, especially on Memorial Day.
There's so many people you can forget, but don't forget those that have given their all, so you can walk around this park free.
Yeah, to me it's kind of a different but same type of level of appreciation for what we have done and for those who have died serving, and kind of like the fact that they're still being recognized for that, for their service.
Lieutenant Governor Joe Kelly sharing pieces of Nebraska history and paying tribute to Master Sergeant First Class Noah Tegens, who died earlier this year in Kuwait.
We recently gained some perspective with the death of Sergeant First Class Noah Tegens in the Iranian conflict. He was a resident of Bellevue, Nebraska. The family and state leaders were there when that flag-draped coffin arrived, first in Dover, Maryland, and again when it was escorted to Offutt Air Force Base.
The Lincoln Memorial Day Observance Association rekindling patriotism and paying well-earned respects on this Memorial Day. Reporting in Lincoln, Emma Norwood, Channel 8 News.
Thank you, Emma. This event includes what they're calling the Avenue of Flags. A good view of it is on our Now Local News app. The citizen journalist Lorraine showing us the view of the line of flags under the trees there. The city says they're doing this to evoke a sense of patriotism with incredible visuals, another great tribute to honor those who gave their lives in service to our country. We also saw that today in our nation's capital. President Trump honoring fallen service members at Arlington National Cemetery, laying a wreath at the tomb of the unknown soldier. Trump recognizing the approaching 250th anniversary of American independence as a historic milestone.
By their deaths, those who have gone before us in battle have redeemed the promise of our founding for each future generation. They've not just made the ultimate sacrifice, they've offered the ultimate proof that we Americans do indeed love liberty. We do cherish the self-government given to us by our forefathers.
Also in D.C. today, the National Memorial Day Parade hosted by the American Veterans Center. And some of our local politicians are taking time for remembrance as well.
Every one of these flags behind me represents 1,000 Americans who've died in a foreign war, protecting our freedoms. And If you look over there, too, they have a memorial for all the fallen who have been killed in action.
He adds that each flag represents a very tough day for a lot of families as well, which is why he's paying his respects today. Senator Pete Ricketts following suit at the Forest Lawn Cemetery, where he honors and remembers those who paid the ultimate sacrifice. He's thanking the American Legion Post 1 for hosting the event. Well, stay with us. We have more headed your way right after the break, and a new batch of stories in our 6 o'clock news, including swimming season, which local pools are using Memorial Day to open their doors for the first time this season. And coming up after the break, hours of honoring. What prompted the Nebraska Humane Society to open its doors for just 2 hours on this Memorial Day? Stay with us. The end of the war in Iran is in question after conflicting messages from President Trump. The president said his critics, quote, know nothing about the potential deal he's working on, adding, quote, things haven't even been negotiated yet. And then this morning, he sends out a Truth Social statement saying negotiations are proceeding nicely. President Trump now says he's in no rush to come to an agreement, putting the status of negotiations unclear. ABC's Christiane Cordero has the details from Washington.
On this Memorial Day, while sharing prepared remarks at Arlington National Cemetery, President Trump acknowledged the 13 service members killed in the war with Iran.
These incredible men and women gave their lives to ensure that the world's #1 state sponsor of terror will never have a nuclear weapon. Oh, and they won't. They will never have a nuclear weapon.
The president today is also now calling on several Middle Eastern countries, including Iran, if they sign a peace deal, to join the Abraham Accords, an agreement signed during Trump's first term, which led to normalized relations between Israel and some Arab countries. As for ending the war, it's unclear where negotiations stand. President Trump over the weekend suggested a new truce was largely negotiated. Then the president tempered expectations by saying he's in no rush to reach a deal. The main sticking points: reopening the Strait of Hormuz and the future of Iran's nuclear capabilities. A spokesperson for Iran's foreign ministry agreed several issues have been dealt with, without specifying which ones. The spokesperson criticized U.S. negotiators for what it calls frequent changes in position.
I think that's partly because Iran is going to try to do whatever it can do to save face in the midst of this. And ultimately, the United States is trying to message clearly, but also is going to keep its cards close to the chest.
A senior administration official tells ABC News the interim deal includes reopening the critical strait, ending the U.S. blockade there, and a commitment from Iran to negotiate the removal of their highly enriched uranium stockpile. But Iranian state media denies the deal includes any nuclear commitments, and an advisor for its supreme leader says managing the strait is their right. Christiane Cordero, ABC News, Washington.
And as the country's negotiations stall, gas prices seen another spike. Citizen journalist Brian sending this video to our Now Local News app showing us $4.39 a gallon at the Super C in Lincoln. Scan the QR code there on your screen to download the Now Local News app so you can be aware of what you're paying at the pump around the capital city. New tonight, the Nebraska Humane Society opened its doors for a couple of hours this Memorial Day. NHS remained closed for the holiday like many other businesses, but they were open from 3 to 5 today. They did this to honor the life and legacy of Judy Varner, their former president and CEO. They say Varner's leadership, vision, and determination helped shape the organization into what it is today. They had their doors open today so people could pay their respects and share memories.
Now, your Storm Alert Team forecast with Chief Meteorologist Rusty Dawkins.
As expected, line of storms for north central into western Nebraska right along here has formed, and the strongest part of it right there. And I was looking at weather models this morning before I came into work, and it had a blob of storms right here, but it just had it sitting there for like 6 hours and then it dissipated. But it's actually moving to the north and east a little bit. So the model was right, kind of, but we'll zoom in here and show you a couple of different views of this. But a lot of lightning associated with that. Just west of Chambers, this should make its way into O'Neill. Looks like the heaviest part of it will maybe miss O'Neill to the south. Newport seeing some of that storm activity. And then just if you zoom out, there we go, right here along this line and then this line right here. Just trying to fill in. It's hard pressed to do so, though. It just doesn't have everything it needs to create strong to severe storms. It'll be close. We might see one or two, but that'll be about it. High temperatures so far today in the capital city, 89 degrees, which is 10 degrees above average. Also 10 degrees above average. Our low for the day. That doesn't happen very often where the high and the low 10 degrees are the same amount above average, but it happened today. Look at that record low, 35. It can still get cold this time of year. I will point out the precipitation. We're just about normal for the month of May, but we need more rain to keep up with that. A lot of sunshine out there right now. Barry Lockham, a little bit of a shake to the camera too. That means there's some wind out there, and that has been the case today. Almost 90 in Lincoln, Beatrice, Hebron, a lot of upper 80s, a lot of 90s though out there. Look at Norfolk at 94, Grand Island, Holdridge, McCook, all at 94, 95 in Broken Bow, 93 in North Platte. So it is warm out there. Most of the far eastern and southeastern Nebraska in the upper 80s, middle 80s, Nebraska City and Falls City, but some 90s from Columbus, York, not quite Hebron though, and everybody to the west in the lower and middle 90s. South wind helping to warm us up. Not a whole lot of humidity. I don't know if you noticed that or not, but I sure did. I was out for a walk this morning and it was warm, but you could tell the humidity hasn't quite kicked in yet. It will. and we all know that, but that south wind 15 to 25 miles per hour for much of the eastern half of the state, gusting to around 30 or 35 miles per hour. So it is windy, it is warm, and here's another look at that storm system just off to our north and west along that line right there. That will eventually flare up just a little bit tonight, especially towards O'Neill and then in the very southwestern corner of the state. And then shortly after sunset, that'll be about it. So by the overnight into early tomorrow morning, that storm is all but gone, and we'll see partly cloudy to mostly cloudy skies, and then eventually mostly sunny skies throughout the rest of the day on Tuesday into Tuesday afternoon in the evening hours. No precipitation expected for Tuesday, but there's more storms in the forecast. I'll show you that 10-day here in a second. The wind will eventually give up just a little bit. The south wind at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Overnight low temperatures early tomorrow morning in the lower and middle 60s. I think tomorrow, one more warm day, 87, 88, probably see a couple of 90s here and there. And then it cools off a little bit. Storms possible on Thursday and Friday, and just a small chance on Saturday, so we'll keep an eye on that. The severe threat is pretty low, but still some showers and thunderstorms a possibility Thursday and Friday. Look at those temperatures, though. All of them in the 80s all the way through the weekend and into next week. In fact, June starts on Monday, if you can believe that. And every day in June so far looks like it'll be in the 80s. Overnight low temperatures eventually falling into the 50s, but it is a very warm forecast for the next 10 days. That storm chance Thursday, Friday, and then into Saturday.
Thank you, Rusty. Right now, Schuyler police searching for the victim of a theft. Officers there ran into some kids early in the morning in possession of this bicycle that had been spray painted gold. They're trying to locate the owner of the bike. They're asking anyone that believes this belongs to them or has any information on the incident to contact Schuyler police. New tonight, Lincoln Parks and Recreation unveiling a newly renovated playground. Star City Shores is open for fun right now. They say the colorful new playground is designed for big adventures, and it's fun for kids of all abilities. They have a new multi-user slide, climbing towers, sensory music play, and an enclosed spinner. An employee with Lincoln Parks and Rec tested the new park with some kids to, make sure it is enough fun.
Okay, kids, thank you so much for coming to the playground today. I just have a few questions to ask. How do you feel about the slide? Stella?
It's big, and I like how big it is because lots of people can fit on it.
Excellent, excellent, excellent slide ability.
See, that's a great focus group to test this out. The park is open now for the summer season through Sunday, August 9th. If your kids want to test out the slide ability for themselves, the hours are 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. daily. But don't go anywhere. We have more for you after the break and a whole lot more coming up at 6 o'clock, including One Book, One Lincoln. The 3 finalists of this competition are announced. Which authors have the chance of etching their book into Lincoln history? We'll be right back.
ABC's David Muir, the most trusted anchor in America, the most watched anchor in America. Thank you for making ABC's World News Tonight with David Muir the #1 newscast in America. Most trusted, most watched. David Muir.
Everything is on sale at Sleep Number. Our new beds, everything cooling, and ache relief. Right now during our Memorial Day event, save up to $1,200 on mattresses. Plus, get free delivery with most mattresses when you add a base. Only at Sleep Number. Duteau wants to know, what are you driven by?
We're driven by a girls' night out.
Get up to $3,100 off a new Equinox, plus financing as low as 1.9%. We need your trade-in. Take an additional $1,000 off when you trade for a new Silverado. Become part of the Duteau family today. Online anytime at DuteauChevrolet.com.
Get an 11% rebate at Menards. Upgrade your home with new ceiling fans from Patriot Lighting. These fans are perfect for providing both indoor and outdoor comfort. This Nimes large room ceiling fan is a value of $99.99 after rebate. We carry a huge selection of carpet in stock. Status carpet is great for both indoor and outdoor spaces. Choose from several colors for a value of 49 cents a square foot after rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
We're here for all the action. Every team, every matchup, every night, bringing you the best local sports coverage in the game. Channel 8, bringing you Nebraska Now.
Aqua Living and Whisper Outdoors massive Memorial Day sale. Save big with our lowest prices of the year. American-made hot tubs as low as $22.99. 20 models under $49.99. Swim spas starting at $12,999. Plug-in power spas with high performance and no special wiring. 60 months no interest financing with zero money down. Bad credit, no problem with in-house financing. Everyone's approved. Additional discounts and savings for our veterans. Aqua Living and Whisper Outdoors massive Memorial Day sale. Go to HotTubLife.com.
Sopatopia, Lincoln's newest state-of-the-art fusion-powered car wash tunnel, has 6 fusion levels to erase those pesky bugs and hard-to-get grimy spots, leaving your car squeaky clean. Add a ceramic coating and add a molecular-level 3-layer durable shield that repels dirt, droppings, contaminants, and water for a superior, longer-lasting shine. But what really makes Sopatopia the best car wash in town is how cool you're going to feel after.
Let's go again!
Everyone knows our Memorial Day sale is the time to buy a new mattress, and no sale is bigger than Ernie's Mattress First Memorial Day sale. Save up to $900 on Stearns & Foster adjustable sets, plus up to 72 months special financing. Going on now at Ernie's Mattress First Lincoln.
Scattered showers and thunderstorms in north central Nebraska happening, and they're going to stick around for a little while too, and they're trying to spread south and west. And that is going to continue for probably the next few hours until the sun goes down. Then they'll really start to let up. But north central Nebraska, western Nebraska, that's where the storms are at. Central and eastern Nebraska, though, very quiet out there on our satellite and radar. Mostly sunny skies for the eastern half of the state and warm. 94 degrees in Grand Island. They got up to 95. The record high is 100, so about 5 degrees away from that record high. 89 in Lincoln, that's about 9 degrees away from the record high there as well. 96 in Holdridge, 94 in McCook. We've got temperatures tomorrow morning, 50s, 60s, so another warm start and another warm afternoon. We're looking at the middle and upper 80s, maybe a few 90s out there, like Norfolk, O'Neill, Valentine, Chadron, so north central and northeast Nebraska into the Panhandle, possibility to see some 90s. And then as we head into Wednesday, a little cooler, but still in the middle and upper 80s, but some 70s off to the west. That's eventually going to make its way further east. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast. 80s all the way through the weekend and into next week, which June starts on Monday. Storms possible on Thursday and Friday. A small chance for rain on Saturday, something we'll keep an eye on. And then it looks like it'll be dry. We need the rain, but if you have outdoor plans the second half of the week, something to keep an eye on.
All right, thank you, Rusty, and thank you for joining us. World News is next. We'll see you back here at 6 o'clock.